Hey guys, Mr. Guyman again. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're practicing social distancing, and I hope you're making some good projects. Today, we're gonna learn about bowls, okay? We're gonna make some templates on bowls. You have to make one template on a bowl, and we're gonna talk about serving platters or serving trays, okay? There's quite a few different ways we can make serving trays. Okay, so you have to make one bowl and one serving tray, and you have to decorate it using an image that reminds you of a person, place, or event that happened in your life. I like to do birds on some of my work, and birds come from my grandma because her and I used to do bird watching, and we talk about birds and we do things like that. So you need to find something, either an image of an animal or a plant or something that reminds you of a person, place, or event that happened in your life, and decorate the bowl and the serving tray. Okay, so again, today, we're just gonna get right into it. And all you guys are gonna need is a piece of paper, a ruler, a compass, a pencil, scissors, and tape. Okay, now I use all these items because these are usually items that you guys can find in your home. And I want you guys to be able to do these projects from home without having to go to the store to buy anything. These are items that we all can have within our homes. Scissors, pencil, tape, ruler, and compass, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna make is a bowl, okay? What you're gonna start out with is a circle, right? Is a circle template. This is one way to make a bowl. There's a couple different ways to make a bowl. What I did is I took the bottom of a bucket and I traced around the outside, and then I cut that out, okay? And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it in half. We're gonna fold it again into quarters, okay? So it's like a piece of a pizza or a pie, right? And then, how are we gonna take this flat piece of paper and turn it into a bowl? Well, we have to be able to cut it to lift up the sides, okay? So when you have your bowl, you're gonna come down and you're gonna find out where is a good place for you to cut to lift up the sides, okay? And after you have it measured out, easiest way to do, fold it into the pie shape, right? And then just trace around to cut that out. Right? And now it looks like an X, okay? And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna come around and you're gonna kind of fold along those lines. Okay? So now, as you guys can see, we can take those tape up the sides along the seam. Again, the tape is acting as scoring and slipping, right? Your tape acts as the slip, right? And what is slip? Slip is wet or watered down clay. Slip is wet or watered down clay, right? So scoring and slipping is the glue that binds the clay together. Okay, scoring and slipping is the glue that binds the clay together, right? So your tape acts as your slip for scoring and slipping. Okay, now we have a little bowl, but your bowl has to be at least 4 inches tall. Okay, so the outside of a bucket diameter isn't large enough, so you have to find a circle that is large enough to create 4-inch walls. Okay, that's only like 2.5. Again, the outside of a bucket isn't large enough, so you guys are gonna have to find your own circle diameter to make the walls 4 inches tall. Okay, now let's talk about a couple serving trays. Okay, serving trays. We all see them. They're on our kitchen tables, coffee tables, wherever at in your house, right? People love to use these to put food in, decorations. This is gonna be a great way for you guys to understand how to make them. So then when you get back into the ceramics room, you guys can actually make some of these projects your own, okay? So the first one is a banana boat, right? Just looks like a banana peel or a large lime, lemon or lime, right? So I'm just gonna cut out just a large lemon shape, okay? But again, you're gonna have to take that and make it so it sits up, okay? So you're gonna have to come in, and then you can fold these sides up. Now to create your base for a serving tray. Okay, but this one is pretty basic and simple, okay? If you want a pretty and basic simple score, go ahead and do it. If you want to challenge yourself, I suggest you guys start thinking outside of the box and start creating and coming up with new ideas to elevate your work and your designs, right? Again, this is the banana boat idea, but see, I've raised that middle section. So what I did is I cut out, I darted, this is called darting, a section on the inside, okay? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that middle section, closed, right? I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna flatten out the bottom section. And now that serving tray has that middle section that pops up and has two sides for containers, okay? What would this be good for within your home? Different types of candies, chips and salsa. You know, this is a good way for you guys to create and come up with a new idea for a serving tray, okay? And then we have this type of serving tray, okay? I started out with a rectangle, okay? I measured in the sides, okay? Because I want to be able to lift up the sides and the front and the back. So it's like an envelope, right? Fold up those sides. So then I measured in 2/3, well, a third this way and a third that way, right? And then I have to figure out how far in I want the sides to come, right? How high do I want this peak to be? So that's one thing you guys are gonna have to figure out. You guys are gonna have to figure out how far down you want your sides to come so they fold up into a peak. Okay, I'm gonna use a yellow colored pencil just so you guys can see the lines a little bit easier. You can see that now. Then you're gonna take your scissors. I'm gonna cut out oops, got ahead of myself. Sorry, I'll show you on this next one. So if you guys can see, right here, I cut off the angles here and here. And I'm gonna show you guys why I did that right here. Again, you want to be able to crease the paper, right? Crease the paper, so then your sides are going to lift. Easy. Lift up this, crease that edge, right? Lift up this side, and crease that edge, so then your paper can lift up and fold. Okay, now this one, I figured out how high I want it to go. Right, you guys can see that. Right. But I have these edges that are folding off. Right? You don't want a serving tray with these crazy edges on the tops and bottoms. Okay? So then on this side, what I did was I figured out where those edges were gonna be. And then I cut the angles on the template on both sides, so then it sits, it's a nice flat smooth right? And so what I did to get rid of those is I put it together to the height that I wanted. And then you come here and then you trace there and there, and you can cut those little tips off. And now you have a boat type form that sits up. That to that. Another bowl shape that you guys can do, I forgot about this one. It's just like the cup template, where you had it higher at the top and then it tapered down to the bottom. You can do the same thing for your bowl assignment. right? Make your base, your sides, and wrap a base around it. And then you have a little bowl or container, which would be perfect for you and your family to sit around, to put popcorn in while you're practicing good social distancing. You're gonna have a family night, watching movies, and you can make your family little dishes for popcorn. Again, serving trays, okay? These are good ways for us to get around. You can make a good serving tray and have a night, again, a family night, since we're all practicing good social distancing. You can put treats, you know, maybe some Skittles, M&Ms, as you guys are watching a family movie together or doing whatever. You can actually use your serving tray in your house with your family. Again, you have to decorate it though. You have to decorate it using an image that reminds you of a person, place, or event that happened within your life. Okay? You could be, went to the Grand Canyon and you saw a baby lizard. And so lizards remind you of the Grand Canyon every time you see one. Okay? Serving trays and bowls. Serving trays and bowls. What is the purpose of a bowl? A bowl is just like a cup. It helps sustain life. A bowl helped to sustain life. We went from not having to eat out of this or rocks to actually being able to carry our bowls with us as we traveled and walked. Okay? Bowls help us sustain life. This made it possible for us to move from rivers and oceans. Okay? Serving trays is a great way for you to spend time with your family. Put some popcorn, some snacks, and treats within your serving tray. All right, guys, that's it for the lesson for today. Bowls, serving trays. I hope you guys are practicing good social distancing. I hope you all are well. And I can't wait to see you guys back creating some killer work here in the ceramic studio. So, serving trays and bowls.